Welcome to another edition of Kerbal Space Program. I'm going to continue working on the space station we had started and see how far we can get. Alright, the next thing we need to add to the space station are the docking ports, which we already have it ready to go. There's nothing special about these, they just extend the space station out so that way ships can dock on it. And we can also use it as a point of refueling. Plenty of space between them. If I needed to, I could actually dock a couple of these Zenorian heavy lifters on it. But let's launch and hopefully we won't have any problems. Alright, now we will set ourselves up to where we can rendezvous with the station. Get it in a position just slightly above us, or about to cross over. Right about there will do. It's not the best way to intercept it, but it works for me. Now I'm going to launch into a 100-kilometer orbit. That's 50 kilometers lower than the station, but once I'm in an orbit of 100 kilometers, I'll make some corrections to rendezvous with the station itself. And let's speed up time to get this moving along. Enable RCS thrusters, so that way it can make corrections, get ready to push ourselves into an orbit. And there we have it, an orbit of 100 kilometers. I prefer being in a lower orbit. I find it's easier for me. It might not be the most efficient method to rendezvous, but it works in my case. So let's change this to 150 meter distance here, and prepare to intercept with Hohmann transfer. And we'll have plenty of fuel left to complete this, dock it with the station, and land back on the surface of Kerbin. There is the Central Command and Lab ship. And once we get close to it, we can begin docking procedures. Alright, now we prepare to dock with the station. We just need to get a little bit past it here. So a little bit of distance here. I think we're a bit too close. And let's dock with it. And now we begin our final approach and prepare to dock with the station, connecting the docking module with the command module. And there we have it. Now we are docked with the station, and let's prepare to return back to Kerbal. Land at the Kerbal Space Center pad here. We zoom right by the docking module there. The station. Got a little closer than I'd like, but it was alright. And we have plenty of fuel remaining. Now we deploy chutes. Hopefully we won't land on anything important. I have quite a few lights underneath there. Makes it easier to tell where you're going to land, but it's extremely bright in this case. You might want to consider removing a few, but it works. And there we go. We are now safely back on Kerbin, and the second module is now connected and orbiting in space. Now we'll begin sending up the next space station component. It's just another docking module on the opposite side, but it adds more places for things to dock. And if I want to expand the station later on, I can. It's just a little bit past us. I think it'll be alright to go ahead and launch to a 100-kilometer orbit. And here we go. It was a little dark there, so I figured I should turn the lights on so I can tell where I need to dock this. Looks like I need to be on the upper part. Can't see it anymore now. We'll just have to hope that we're hitting the right spot. And here we have it as we make our final approach to dock. And there we go. The third module is now connected. And now let's undock here and return. And there we go. We're now back on the surface of Kerbal, right at the Space Center. We now have the 3 parts of the space station in orbit. So soon we'll be adding more parts to it, some fuel tanks, an escape pod, and we still need to send up a crew to man the space station and the laboratory. Until next time, goodbye.